Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. I've always said that every hike serves a purpose. Some hikes are there to challenge you, some hikes are there to relax you. Some hikes like this are there so that you enjoy the solitude of a hike out in nature. Middle Peak is not the most glamorous hike. If you're out in Cuyamaca Rancho State Park area, Stonewall, Cuyamaca Peak, and even the Marty Minshaw Trail are gonna be much better and much more beautiful trails than Middle Peak. However, I guarantee you if you do Middle Peak, you're gonna see little to no people. So if you wanna get out in nature and just really be in your own zone, this may be a good option for you to do. I have some good tips for you, as well as some things that you should know before you go head out on this trail. Let's jump into those trail details. Middle Peak Loop Trail is a 6-mile, lightly trafficked loop trail located near Descanso in Cuyamaca. Features a lake, Cuyamaca Lake, and is rated as moderate. This, I would say, is an easy to moderate trail. The trail offers a number of activity options and is accessible year-round. 6 miles, 1,000 feet elevation gain. Route type is a loop. Kid-friendly, yes. Dog-friendly, no. But you can get away with it, and I'll explain why in a minute here. There's really one review that I saw that hit on it pretty great. Usually no one on this loop, even on the weekend. Little shade, but had some nice views. No charge for parking because it's not at the actual Paso Picacho campground. So it's a pull-off off the highway. And there is some portions that are rocky, so if you like using your poles, this would be a good option for you. Let's quickly talk about how to get here. Los Vaqueros Trailhead is what you're gonna put into Google Maps, or you can park right off Milk Ranch Road. There's a little bit of parking space there. If you've seen my Marty Minshaw Trail, you would know that this is the same parking lot. The Marty Minshaw Trail starts here, and it's on the Los Vaqueros Trail, except this time you're going left. Very easy to find, hard to miss this trailhead, and it's just a few minutes north of Paso Picacho campground here. That is a $10 fee. Keep that in mind, no fee over here. All right, let's just spend a little bit more time on the trail details. The elevation gain is 1,000 feet, which makes this a decent workout, especially when you're hiking 6 total miles. Now, it's not very difficult because the elevation gain is gradual, but this is long enough where you could get a decent hike in and say, hey, I did some movement today. Now, I would recommend that you go on the South or the Milk Ranch Road first. This part had really pretty trails south of the Cuyamaca area, and then once you turn, there was actually, when we went, it was a clear enough day where if you looked west, you could see the ocean. So this part here is really, there's a good climb here, where it starts to just get a little bit harder, but when you look west, it is absolutely gorgeous. Now, here is why I don't recommend this hike over the other parts of Cuyamaca. If you've never been. If you've already done all the other ones, this is worth exploring. When you get to this middle peak, we tried to cut in, and that was impossible. The trail is so overgrown, and people have left stones on trees kind of indicating like, go this way. We made it about halfway through, almost, and it was like not even worth it. I was fearing ticks and ripping, and our clothes ripping. It was not worth it, and that was also mentioned in one of the reviews. They said that Lord knows how they found their way to Middle Peak. This part of the trail is a little less exciting, a lot of dead tree, and the trail deviation that I would recommend is that when you get to the east side, right here, you cross over, and then you actually come back through a piece next to the lake. This part here is not very exciting to hike next to the road, so my recommendation would be to come across, you come across the Lake Cuyamaca restaurant, and walk over and meet up with this trail here. This is really enjoyable flat walk. Just connect it back to Los Vaqueros trailhead. Now, why is Middle Peak so overgrown? So after this hike, I drove to Paso Picacho and I talked to 2 of the rangers. They're claiming, and I did see this sign, however, it's a little bit mysterious here. They're claiming, so what she's saying is that a big part of this trail is actually not part of the state park. Now, that's good news because that means you can technically bring your dog. There's very little part of this hike where you could potentially get in trouble or fined, whatever it is the rangers would do for having your dog. So you could, in theory, hike to Middle Peak and back and only be in a piece of the actual state park. The downside to that is that it's not maintained at all. Not much else to say. Again, this hike is for solitude, peace and quiet. You'll see very little traffic here. And some pretty nice views west. Hope you guys enjoyed the trail video, and I'll see you next week.